Welcome back to Full Speed Ahead. Today we're playing underwater football and underwater torpedo. It's a fantastic workout for people of all ages. It's the perfect mix of breath holding, teamwork, endurance, and physical sport. So let's dive in. The main issue for everyone starting out is the combination of breath holding and some minor water pressure challenges with equalizing early on as you feel the pressure build up in your ears. While it's easier said than done, keeping your heart rate low and staying relaxed is super important to make sure you're not burning up your oxygen too quickly. Just like any sport, the more you play, the more efficient movements you make, and you'll naturally find yourself making longer, more impactful plays underwater. It's an uncommon sport, but the good news is that our group has been quickly growing, and lately it's been fairly common to have 8 or more players in the mix at the same time. One of the main decision points in any match is deciding how long to stay down per each breath hold. Do you push the envelope on your opening breath hold for over a minute, which will require more recovery time? Or do you find a rhythm with your breath holds that allows for less recovery time in between and you hand off the brick more often? Lots of approaches can be used in this sport, but not all strategies survive first contact. With underwater football, we use a 10-pound metal brick that has a thin layer of rubber coating on it. The coating helps prevent injuries, but you still want to make sure it doesn't hit you in the face or head while underwater. The brick is also very difficult to throw any significant distance underwater. It's much easier just to drop it to a teammate at greater depth and let it sink. The ultimate goal on each team is to touch the brick against your opponent's wall as fast as possible. The longer the game, the more effort it takes, and the more gassed out or smoked you will be for the next round. I've found that defense typically takes more physical effort as you find yourself guessing what the offense will do and constantly chasing and pulling to rip out the brick and create a turnover. This sport plays off different player advantages. If you're big and strong, you can push players around, but if you're smaller and fast, you can outmaneuver and sometimes outlast opponents and speed past them. So dividing up the teams is always a balancing act of strength and speed. On defense, some teams send 2 players immediately to attack, but you run the risk of burning out your players too quickly. If you only have 2 or 3 players on your team, you run a significant risk of running out of collective air for each player on that team quickly. Typically, you're not allowed to grab or push a player unless they have the brick in hand or they're touching the person that has it in hand. Pushing off the bottom or walls of the pool can be a huge benefit since it allows you to glide and use less energy than swimming. Pushing off the bottom or walls of the pool can be a huge benefit since it allows you to glide and use less energy than swimming that entire distance while kicking. Underwater torpedo can be a fun change of pace, and it requires more swimming, but it can be a great way to space out players when we have 8 or 9 guys show up. It also allows for long shots on goal, more turnovers, and a bit more playmaking. And wrapping up this video, here's a sped up clip of a few of us holding our breath underwater. I was busy setting up the camera underwater, so I didn't have much recovery time before this breath hold, and it was at the end of an hour of playing of several rounds. But it was a good way to have a cool down, or a pull down as we nickname it, and a good challenge to see if anyone had any figurative air left in the tank after a fun morning of competition. Thanks for watching this session of Underwater Football. If you like this content, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you thought in the comments. And would you give this a shot? Yes or no? Alright, until next time.